Hey, good morning. Thanks for the opportunity. We'll spend a few minutes talking about sort of the 10,000-foot view of augmented reality, which works for my simple Arkansas brain. That trailer, by the way, would go perfect where I live. I think we could find a place for that. I'm conflicted because of my relationship with Medatka for this technology. So the big question is, like, why would we even search for augmented reality? Why would we complicate a surgery? Why would we add steps if it's already efficient? And why add the distraction? Well, I think, why do anything, right? Why get better? Why keep getting more data points? And there's an inflection at some point where you have to say, are we good where we are? Or are we going to try to keep getting better at what we do? And I think we're kind of there, as evidenced by this group of talks. So our experience creates bias, both positive and negative. And if we don't realize that, we have a lot of blind spots looking at technologies like this, which aren't all going to be perfect, but they can certainly make us better. Henry Ford once said that if he had asked everybody what they wanted, they would have voted for faster horses. And I think a lot of times that's what we do. We're trying to find a faster horse instead of maybe finding a different mode of transportation altogether. So the big question for me is, like, why do sometimes golfers miss really, really short putts? They're really good. They're the best at what they do. And Jordan Spieth missed an 8-inch putt last weekend. Why? Well, he misses because sometimes we just miss. Like, we're human. We had the right target, we had the right idea, but we didn't hit it right. And sometimes we get fooled. That's the beauty of green design in golf. You get fooled by undulations. We don't get to walk around on the glenoid. We don't get to feel it and squat down. And sometimes we hit our target, but we misread the target altogether. So I incorporated my 9-year-old son after I was watching him play one day, and then this guy, Mike Sweeney, who developed the technology that tracks putts.
And it's through your feet that aim point marries physics with feel to have you sinking putts.
The most effective way to find slope is not by looking at it, it's by feeling it. So our body is very, very well tuned to adjust to slope. We learn it when we're 3 months old. It keeps us from falling over on our head, basically. So it's a better sense to figure out slope than your eyes, because especially when you come out here and you've got hills and optical illusions, sometimes it looks flat, but you stand on the slope and you feel how steep it really is.
All right, so show me how you putt on this. How do you know where to put it?
Okay, so there's a grid.
Okay.
And if it's like, it can move in different directions.
Okay.
And like, if it moves, then it would be really, like, it breaks.
Okay.
But on the red ones, see, it's like moving back, so it really goes fast.
Okay, so it shows you.
Also, you can just click that and it shows you where your boat goes.
Okay, so if it shows you where to do, then is that like cheating?
No.
Oh.
It's part of the game. It just shows you, like, what it'd be like if you just didn't do anything.
If we could do that in real life, do you think it'd be like cheating?
Oh, yeah, I think so. So you line up your putt, that, and boom.
So if we could do that in real life, would it be like cheating?
Thanks for the help.
The 9-year-old says yes.
Wait, what?
So what if these glasses or glasses like these could help us cheat? What if you looked at a wall that needed pictures on it, and you're trying to do this, but you're trying to do it quickly and as accurately as you can? What if this was your wall and these were your pictures? Okay, so what if looking through glasses or something like this, you could look at this wall and at the exact same time see what's on the right half of the screen? See every stud from every angle, where you want the pictures, and how close you are to hitting those targets. So this is our wall, right? This is our wall, and the studs and everything you can see on the right, we get feedback while we're working so that you hang these as accurately as you can, which we spent a whole day or a whole session yesterday talking about how important that is. So is it cute or does it help? Well, I think it helps us see the impossible. My typo's awesome, by the way, at the top. But it allows me to see the map and the target and hit it, and you're not finding out after you putt if you read it right or not. Right? So at the end of the day, you still get to be a surgeon. The ability to use instincts, overrule the system, adjust your intended plan, and then continue with real-time feedback. So you're not committed, you're just getting the truth. And that's really what this is all about, is that it's not about what you believe to be true, it's the actual truth. Not the angle you thought you hit, but the actual angle that you're hitting. And it takes optical illusions, unseen undulations, and so forth out of the equation. So when we make a plan, that's great, but how good are we at hitting it? And how accurate are we if you wanted to change that you could decide differently during the case and continue to use the technology without a bunch of distractions. One PA and me, and that's it. We're using augmented reality here. It doesn't look like we're in a time machine, right? So that you can see screws and exactly where they exit. Understand that if you went from a 14 to a 22, maybe you're into the notch a little bit. So as Mike Sweeney, the guy who developed that technology, said, it marries physics and feel, is what augmented reality does for me. There's a quote that I love. I've seen it in a couple of different settings, but science isn't the truth. It's the search for the truth, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. We haven't like found the truth and we're done, right?
Wednesday, October 21st, 2015.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Thanks so much.
Gentlemen?
Wes, thank you, for bringing that into space. I would have liked to see, the actuation of how it works and how we can actually use it in the OR. I want to know, and then I want to know the data on how accurate it really is. I would have liked to see that.
I would love to see also the difference between mixed and augmented reality, because I think there is a huge discussion about the influence of that and what it's if it's useless or useful, this differentiation. Thank you.
Wes, nice talk. I think that's a very powerful tool for surgeons and particularly trainees. But in your talk, I was really hoping you were going to show the video of standing in your shoes in the OR using this. So that was the one thing that you didn't have in there. I was really, wanted to see what you're seeing with those goggles on in the OR.
I agree. It really gave a nice overview of what we're seeing, but I guess my only question is, how long have you been using it in the OR at this point? And do you foresee that, or can you at least non-scientifically look back that it's changed your practice in terms of what you do?
Yeah, it's good. We'll wrap all those up. The pictures of the different images on the augmented reality, that's what you see through the glasses. So every image that looked like augmented reality, those are the images that are around the periphery of the glasses. So that is exactly what we're seeing. So it's but you still have the ability to look through the glasses unobstructed and work normally. So, but around the periphery, which can be adjusted location-wise, you have those tiles that you could see. I think I did my first one in September, maybe, late September, I think. Yeah, the hardest thing that I've done in practice is the first one after doing without augmented reality, after doing my first one with, because the variations in neutral and 5 degrees and 10 degrees, especially with tilt, inclination, is crazy. It's crazy how little these movements are and how dramatic the feedback is as far as the angles. I think it changes, or at least drives us to change how we do it, and if nothing else, eliminates those outliers that were the orange boxes.